TV. And so we took it to the final seconds. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. First Take starts now.
You know, it's been rough because got a lot of stuff going on, and sometimes it's more stressful than it needs to be. Sometimes life is harder than it needs to be. And then you know something? You're just looking for a sliver of joy, Canty. You're looking for a sliver of joy, Molly. And of all the things to be joyful about, you know, the NFL season coming up, college football season coming up, me being back on the air with my boys. Yo, some dude, Marcus Spears Jr. is the #1 prospect in the country. Now, I don't have a son, damn it. I don't have a son. But let me tell y'all, America, I am touched. My heart is full. Marcus Spears Jr. is the #1 prospect in America. In America. And guess what, baby? Your pops is on the air. So proud. But let me tell you something. There's a whole bunch of people right here in the ESPN family that's proud of you, my brother. I'm getting emotional right now. Go to First Takes in the house. I'm getting emotional right now. Let's go.
I mean, proud of Marcus Spears, Stephen A. How about his wife? She's the hooper.
Yes.
She brought the genes. Am I right, Marcus?
Absolutely.
And if I remember correctly, wasn't your daughter the #1 volleyball player in the country as well? So I don't know what's happening in the Spears household, but that is some good genes right there. Good morning, everybody. Welcome into First Take. Got my guy Chris Canty with me, Marcus Spears, and of course Stephen A. Smith. And let's get this party started, guys. Oh, go ahead, Stephen A. Sorry, we got a delay. I'm not trying to.
I didn't bring up the wife, Molly, because I felt like if I brought her up, but I didn't do it in precisely the fashion that she approved, she would come for me. So I figured I'd leave it to you, Molly. I wanted to be safe. I'm a smart man. Ain't nobody calling me a dummy.
Play it safe. Play it safe.
We'll keep it rolling here, guys. Right. And we're starting in the NFL. Browns rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders strained an oblique throwing Wednesday morning, according to the team, and was held out of first day of joint practices with the Eagles. Sanders is considered day-to-day, won't practice today, and likely to play in the preseason game versus the Eagles Saturday. His injury is the latest in a string of ailments that have impacted the Browns quarterback room. S.A., I'll start with you. What does this injury mean for Shedeur?
Well, to me, it's a setback. Just my personal opinion. Not a negative against him in any way. But I thought the momentum from his performance against the Carolina Panthers was something that he was going to be able to ride, even when he was still left as #4 on the depth chart. You had us speculating as to why that is. What a Kenny Pickett, what a Dillon Gabriel, both hampered, right? Joe Flacco was a given. We understand where he's at this point in time in his career and what he means to the Browns. He's their security blanket who would probably start at the start of the season because he's your QB1 for the moment. But we looked at Shedeur Sanders, and then I'm thinking about, okay, you got joint practices with the Eagles, and then you got a game this Saturday night against the Eagles. And if you're going up against the reigning defending Super Bowl champions, whether it's against a second or a third unit, but you look as good, if not better, than you did against the Carolina Panthers last weekend, that would be something that would really, really be good for him. The fact that he's now hurt and he's not going to be able to play in all likelihood this weekend, to me, is a setback in that regard. Again, not a negative, fellas. It's just that I thought momentum was in his favor coming into this weekend, and now that has been derailed.
Yeah, Stephen A., you're just being a realist. Shedeur Sanders is a fifth-round pick. He's trying to win a job, and in the NFL...
But it's like he's trying to run a one-man band out there behind his seat, and he's coming. This is a make-or-break season. He's got to make an impact. Good morning, all the beautiful people coming into YouTube right now, across the lands right now. We got a lot to talk about in the booth right now. If you guys are seeing something pulling up on the screen here, had to make some adjustments here early on in the building. We are now back in attendance. See people coming into the chat. We greatly appreciate you if you're rocking and rolling right now. We got a lot. Shedeur Sanders, big-time conversation There is a major injury alert update right now with Shedeur Sanders. We're going to go into that today at the bottom of the screen, and there's a lot more to go into right now in the house as we have Vaughn in the building today. Let's check him out in the house with us in the studio, rocking and rolling as all the people get ready to come into the building right now. Everybody, welcome back to the Brandon Mason Show. Goddamn right, fuck. You hear that, V? You hear that loud and clear? A little longer than I anticipated it to be, but we're in the building right now. We're going to get a lot going. People coming to the chat right now. We're going to say a lot of things today, but remember, don't get your panties in a bunch because with Vaughn in here, you know how we get. I know I think you might have forgot right there. Did you forget how it went, V?
Yeah, I forgot.
You forgot. You know how we get. Hold on, let me redo this right now. Let me rewind.
Yeah, because you switch it up every time.
It sounded
like you
different.
Don't say, yeah.
It sounded different. It sounded different. I'm not going to lie. I did.
And you just sprung it on me out of nowhere. I didn't know it was even coming.
Yeah, V was over there with the mute button. I said, look, you know how we get. I said, okay, so you come into the building right now. You listen, don't get your panties in a bunch because we're going to say a lot of crazy shit today. And we're unbiased, but we don't hold back. We let it go. So don't come in here and start crying. Come in the chat, have fun, have a good time, and don't get your panties in a bunch because you know how we get. Okay, just making sure Vaughn's in the building over here having a good time. We're popping into the chat. If you guys are watching live, let me make sure I see you guys in here first. Christina, Lisa, James, Tracy, Candy, Big Bill, Crope in the building.
Make some
Twerk to Spec, how you feeling? Let me see what's going on right here. Let me scroll up to the top right here. Who the hell else in there? Brandon in the chat right now. Pip, our moderators. Pippa Mama, Tracy, Candy, Chrome. We greatly appreciate you. A lot of other people come to the chat right now. James, look, twice. Let me scroll up. Did I miss anybody? Nathan, big time in the chat right now. If I didn't say your name, leave a message right now so I can shout it out. And I appreciate the beard compliments. People they like the beard, V. Kind of like that. We're going to dive into it today, though. We're going to give you some conversation. It's going to get a little dynamic. There's a lot of things to talk about. Obviously, we're going to dive into what's going on with Shedeur being hurt, oblique injury. Does it hurt his chances of starting in the National Football League? That's all I'm trying to tell you right now. It can hurt his chances. We're going to dive into that, and then we're going to get into more of that topic. But let me get to the videos because I'm looking at my screen right now. There is a lot to see. There's a couple messages right here that talk about the injury, talk about what happened, and then we have different people's perspective we're going to dive into right now.
This just in on CBS Sports HQ. Browns rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders injured his oblique during practice today, putting his status in doubt for Saturday's preseason game against the Eagles. He's the latest quarterback on Cleveland's roster who has to deal with a health issue, joining fellow rookie QB Dillon Gabriel and Kenny Pickett. Sanders, who is trying to fight his way up the Browns depth chart, started the preseason opener last week and threw 2 touchdowns.
He fights his way to the top, V. He gets where he's got to go. And when I say top, I'm not saying top like he made it to the 100% starting quarterback. Yeah. I'm just saying he battled back and said, look, I'm not as bad as you thought. I didn't get drafted where I wanted to go. Didn't work out like that, but I feel good. I'm on a roster.
He made himself a contender.
Yes. Thank you. That's kind of how I wanted to say.
Yeah.
He made it to the top in his mindset, hey, I'm here now.
Yeah.
I got an opportunity now. And I think a lot of people started to doubt him, and they were like, you know what? You're there. Your dad was a big advocate of that. They got you there. People in the chat right now, if you guys feel me right now, everybody put Shedeur Sanders in the chat. We got a lot to talk about today. I'm about to dive into it. Feel the steel in the building. Mike Bowler in the building. If you're here for the first time, put first time in the chat. Let us know. And if you've been here before, put your state in the chat. Let us know where the hell you're based at right now. I got some clips. V, Jay, listen, they had practices now. This is a lot different now. Back in the day, you had your practices. Now, it's almost like back when you were in Little League, how you kind of do those practices where you work out with other teams and stuff like that.
Like scrimmages, yeah.
Like a little scrimmage here.
Yeah, they're doing joint practices. They just did a joint practice with the Panthers before they played them in the preseason.
Okay, so
they're doing it.
Yes.
Yeah, they're doing the same thing.
Yeah, so they're doing that kind of thing. If you're watching live right now, smack that like button. I got a chance to give out some money today. We had 100 likes before the first 15 minutes of giving someone here some money in the chat, just so you know.
Joint practices aren't that new, though, but they don't usually do this consistently before every preseason game.
Well, it was like some teams did it. Some teams didn't really do it. And now it's like, hey, it's become more common. Show your cards a little bit. Get to hit somebody from another team. All that. Now, shout out to the 100 people in the building right now.
Make some noise!
So I'm going to show some clips right now because people are, let's see what's going on. Shedeur Sanders here, scary injury. Let's take a look at some of these clips.
Breaking news out of Browns camp. Shedeur Sanders just got shut down at practice. During the joint practice session with the Eagles on Wednesday, the rookie QB sensation tweaked his oblique on a throw, and the Browns immediately pulled him from the rest of practice. Now, before anybody starts with the he's hurt already talk, this was precaution, period. This man just balled out on his debut, 14 of 23, 138 yards, 2 touchdowns, and they're not about to risk their future QB over one day in the month of August. Now, you can't teach poise and arm talent. Shedeur has shown he's been carving up camp, earning respect from vets, and turning doubters into believers. And really,
I don't know about carving up camp. I had to cut that clip because you know what? He's still 4th on the depth chart. That's the thing that I was trying to say. He did well in his first preseason game. And people watching live right now, Shedeur Sanders did play well. I was excited for him. I said, I hope he goes out there and balls out. And look, for the sake of a matter, I'm not saying he balled out and broke records, but to show up when you had a lot of doubters and play pretty damn well, didn't make that many mistakes from watching some of the clip and all that. We didn't watch the game tape where they break it down and go, hey, you messed up the cadence or you went through the wrong read. We didn't go through that. But we did see that he threw 2 touchdown passes, he played well, ran the offense, especially in the second part of when he was playing. In the beginning, a couple of minor mistakes. He played well.
And it wasn't really his fault in the beginning. People were dropping balls.
Dropping passes. And killing the momentum in the drive. When you kill the momentum of the damn drive, especially open the drive, you're like, Shedeur is in. Woo! He comes out through the tunnel. He gets his first snap. He's like, red 80, red 80. People are like, okay, what is Shedeur Sanders about to do right now? Boom. And he get that first handoff, that first pass, let some of the...
He dropped the first pass.
Yeah.
And it was a perfect pass.
It was a good throw.
It was a little bit... It wasn't
bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. It was arguably a catch in National Football League.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was definitely a catch.
And you know what, though? Here's the thing about it. The bad news. Here, I'm going to give you the bad news in a minute. But let me get to this other clip real quick. I want to show you guys something because and he was with Jalen Hurts. They did some practicing stuff. And they were with Jalen Hurts at, I guess, a little practice where you come together. You know what I'm saying? Where you come and you practice together. And so some of these people that are watching live, we appreciate you. When they work together, okay, Jalen Hurts, the Eagles, he got a chance to teach him some stuff, okay? Jalen Hurts sat down with Shedeur Sanders, said, you have some questions? I'll talk to you about it. He drove around.
He's the type to do that.
He is.
Yeah.
And he drove around the golf cart and took him to the locker room and everything. Now, this is during Eagles and Browns thing. I kind of like that. These are all NFL players, like hanging out, bullshit, whatever. And so if they're not in the same division, right, I kind of like that. If they're in the same division, that's a problem. But if they're in the same division and people are showing you cards over too much, you're seeing what's going on. But let me just show you something quick. This is what Jalen Hurts had to say about Shedeur. We're going to get to the injury in a second. Let me show you some. Twerk to Spec with the super chat. We greatly appreciate you. Thank you. We're going to dive into a lot of stuff right now.
Make some noise!
Hold on. Everybody in the chat, put twerk in the chat. Let's just see twerk in the chat. Can we just see people put in the chat twerk for a second?
YouTube might think you talking about something else.
That's what I'm saying. You do that. Twerking in the chat right now. No, check Twerk, do what you got to do, but we appreciate you. Twerk Spec in the chat right now. I'm about to show something real quick in the building. Hold on. Before I do that, let me type this in because I didn't put this in the chat today. Take a look at it, people. Boom. Hit that like button. Smash it right now. Listen, people, if we get to 100 likes, I got the damn the countdown on here. I got to pull it up. That will be next week. We got a lot of changes, people in the chat right now. We got a lot of changes for you beautiful people watching. You guys are going to enjoy it. We got guests coming on. We got a lot of things happening right now. And let me tell you something. People in the building, we got some surprises coming. But Shedeur Sanders right now, let's take a look what Jalen Hurts had to say about him.
Yeah, I keep the conversation intimate. We had a very lengthy conversation. He came to me and just, wanted to talk. And I'm always there, as said earlier, of giving my perspective on what I see and how I've gone about things. And ultimately, it takes a great deal of patience and hard work and a sense of resilience. You got to want it. You got to want it. And so I'm supporting him from where I am and wishing him nothing but the best with his opportunities.
So that's the first thing. I got another clip right now, too. I'm about to show you what Jalen Hurts talking about it and driving around the golf cart. And now we're going to get to the headlines. I forgot to read the headlines this morning, B. Got a bunch of headlines we're going to go over today. Before I do that, let's show this other clip right now because we're already on the Jalen Hurts driving Shedeur Sanders around in the golf cart. We might as well pull those damn pictures up while we got it. I thought about it. And I said, you know what? Not only is it good sportsmanship, it's just a great thing to do, seeing him out there. And what I liked about, hold on, do I even have the damn clip on here? I swear to God I did. I got it right here. Let's take a look. Let me pull it up. Take a look. Jalen Hurts said, look, I'll drive you to the locker room with me. You know what I mean? You're a quarterback. I'm a quarterback. We hang out together. Your dad's Deion Sanders. You know, you know what I mean? Why not do that? And I think that you're right. He's the guy to do that. And, you know, I didn't read the headline. So I'm going to get to that right now. People watching live in the building right now, I'm going to read it to you. Today, we got a lot to talk about, okay? Obviously, you know, we're going to talk about Shedeur Sanders. But we're also going to dive into this. Pay attention. UFC Dana White announces Paramount UFC $7.7 billion deal. Paramount is paying over $1 billion a year to work with UFC instead of pay-per-view. $1 billion. You know the kind of money you got to be risking? $1 billion. They must be getting shit tons of money. I mean, to give somebody $1 billion a year, you got a lot of money coming in. Take a big risk. TV.
Yeah.
No, there's no COVID on the internet. So that's good. So
what you mean?
Open for business all the time. They ain't going to be shut down.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I think it's a good deal.
Okay. $1 billion a year. Shit's a good deal for me. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Just saying. Paramount acquired U.S. rights to TKO Group's UFC for $7.7 billion. And also, agreement is for 43 annual UFC live events. So, which will be exclusively streamed in U.S. on Paramount, not pay-per-view, on Paramount. New Paramount deal will eliminate pay-per-view model used by ESPN in its current deal with UFC, making all events available for no extra charge on that. So, that's a lot going on. I'm just saying right now, people in the building right now, that we got Travis Kelce's fame elevated by Taylor Swift. Was it? Was it not? Did Travis Kelce become more famous because of Taylor Swift? Did she hold him back from being a better football player? We'll dive into that, which is, you know what I'm saying, Taylor Swift, Swifties. A lot going on there, V. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones said the experimental drug saved his life. We're going to dive into that. Talking about stage 4, he said he's got some kind of skin cancer shit going on. He took a drug called PD-1. Now, I'm not telling you should do it on here. He took a drug called PD-1, and now apparently he is free. Over the next 10 years, he said over the last 10 years, he had 2 lung surgeries, 2 lymph node surgeries. Stage 4 melanoma refers to skin cancer that has metastasized. Say that again. Metastasized. Getting crazy on the show. Words here. To other body parts. Okay. That's crazy. And then we got Micah Parsons. Issue Micah Parsons. It says that I got videos we're going to show in a second. How he was like, you know what? We got no reason to talk about it. That's a little crazy. Micah Parsons sitting on the sidelines. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Micah Parsons on the sidelines.
Top 5 DN.
Best player, one of the best players in the league.
Yeah, probably number 2 behind Myles Garrett.
And now, you know what I mean? I got a video on that too. He's definitely in the top, you know, whether it's top 2, 5, 4, doesn't really matter. You know, sitting on the sidelines, got that video and saying, we got no reason. Okay, I'm going to read some of this shit about his contract. Making over $20 million a year. He's under contract. Why aren't you playing? Why are you on the field? We're going to talk about that. Michael Penix, Atlanta Falcons. Michael Penix gets in a scuffle during a joint practice with the Titans. We're going to that.
You got footage?
We got a lot going on here. I'm going to see if I got that clip. Ex-Denver Bronco Lionel Taylor, first with 100 catches, dies, just passed away. Terrible. James Cook, $48 million deal with the Buffalo Bills. And then last but not least, we're talking about people holding out and getting money. We're going to go into Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. How come you're not seeing those kind of people sitting on the sideline trying to get their money? It's like those organizations make sure we're paying our guy. Chiefs are like, Patrick Mahomes, 10 years, $300 million, whatever. We're not even going to talk about it. We know you. You're there. Boom. Josh Allen, here's your money. They do it. Now you got people sitting on the sideline. Micah Parsons, we're diving into that. So there's a lot to talk about, V. Let's get into this right now. So let's get back to Shedeur Sanders real quick. And I got some clips I want to show you. And I also got a clip right here that's from Ocho and Shannon Sharp. What they were talking about, they had a lot to say about it. Let's take a look.
An oblique injury. Shedeur suffered the oblique injury during the throwing drill early in the Browns' joint practice against the Eagles. Ocho, how concerned are you about Shedeur rise to be QB1 if he doesn't play on Saturday?
I'm not concerned at all. I'm not concerned at all. For one, he's not going to be quarterback 1. We know Joe Flacco is going to be the starting quarterback week 1 against the Bengals when they do play. So I'm really not worried about that. I really don't have any concern because now come Saturday when they do play, if I'm not mistaken, Dillon Gabriel, and I'm not sure if Kenny Pickett is playing, now they get an opportunity to show, you know, what they can do. We've seen the small sample size of Shedeur Sanders with the ones for a short period of time, the 2s, the 3s, and the 4s. So we know what he can do. We saw how he played with the lights are on, with the pressure's on, and the bullets are flying for real. We haven't seen what Kenny Pickett could do as a Browns player. We haven't seen what Dillon Gabriel can do. So they deserve their opportunity to play when the lights are on and the game is somewhat meaningful as far as vying for a position on that team. As far as Shedeur goes, he showed what he can do. So him being injured, being able to take the time off and be ready for week 3, whichever preseason game that is, I'm all fine with that.
So you think he's shown enough? For me, I don't see how they keep 4 quarterbacks. Somebody's going to have to get released. It's really that simple. You're not keeping 4 quarterbacks because the positions are too valuable. And none of these guys play special teams. So with that being said, maybe Dillon Gabriel can hold, maybe Kenny Pickett can hold. I don't think Joe Flacco's ever held, at least not while he was in the league. I'm sure at some point in time, maybe in college he held or something like that. But it just – I don't know if he's done enough. People say, well, he's done enough. He's shown what he can do. Well, that's not what the depth chart said. The depth chart said he was still QB4.
Yeah, listen, I think politics plays a part in it. But obviously, when the opportunity presented itself for him to play, when Kenny Pickett and Dillon Gabriel were hurt, he rose to the occasion. He rose to the occasion and looked extremely sharp. Had some great plays, outside the pocket, in the pocket.
So, here's the thing. What did Shedeur Sanders earn by beating the Panthers we were talking about the other day? It's like one of the worst teams in National Football League, well, last couple of years.
And they were running a very simple defense.
Yeah. And you're still in the NFL.
Yeah.
So I'm not hating on Shedeur Sanders. Whether you play good against, whether you were in college playing good, you're playing good in the NFL, you're showing up throwing 2 touchdown passes, shit's not a cakewalk. And I can tell you right now, playing in college, even in preseason or in, practicing spring ball and all that shit's hard to do anyway. Him doing this and making a name for himself, making a statement was a big deal. But let's move on to what's happening though. I
like what Ocho said though. He's saying that everybody gets a chance, so we can really see who's balling, who deserves the spot.
Yeah, you can see if Shedeur was actually better. But here's the thing: they're playing the Eagles, V.
I know
they're playing the Eagles.
Yeah, and Kenny Pickett was just on the Eagles, so he knows he should know what's going on.
Shout out to the 300 people in the building, but let me tell you something. Hold on a second.
Make some noise!
If you're watching live in the chat right now and you're in the building hanging out with us right now, you better put 300 in the chat right now. Put 300 in the chat. Let people know that you're in the damn building right now. But here's what I'm saying. Even if they give another chance, let's just say, hey, you know what? We're giving Dillon Gabriel a chance now. We're giving Kenny Pickett a chance now. If I'm Shedeur Sanders, I'm like, this injury really does suck.
Well, he's not completely ruled out yet. That's what I heard.
Well, yeah.
He's not completely ruled out. He can still play on Saturday.
There's no point in playing him, though. I agree with what you're saying. Hey, look, that was just day-by-day situation right now. He got turned after practice. They took him out for a reason, to check on him, whatever. But what I'm saying is this. If you believe in Shedeur Sanders, if you believe that he has a chance to be your starter, if you believe this is your NFL player you're paying money to, you probably don't want to put him in the game if he's having an oblique injury. As a quarterback, you got to do a lot of stuff. Now, if you're the kicker, something hurt on your finger, you can still bang. You know what I'm saying? You still kick the football.
Yeah.
But as a quarterback, which could potentially, being that Dillon Gabriel's hurt, Deshawn Watson was hurt, Joe Flacco's obviously up there in age for a quarterback. And then you got, they even have, what's his name? Hunter. I think Huntley is on the roster too. Yeah. Huntley's a quarterback. He's not bad.
He might end up starting. Everybody's hurt.
That's what I'm saying.
And Joe Flacco's 40.
He might be in the damn, come week 1, it might be the Huntley show.
Yeah.
I'm not denying that. But then you have Dillon Gabriel drafted pretty high up, not playing. Now, Shedeur Sanders, you got him in the late rounds. Well, a lot of people would argue that he was pretty damn good in the late rounds. And now he's not playing, right? So then you got Joe Flacco, who someone's got to leave. You got Deshaun Watson. We got 5 quarterbacks.
A bunch of teams tried to trade for Dillon Gabriel, but they I
don't know why. I mean, I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. I don't know why you're trading for him. Like, hey, let me go get. You know who's a good trade? Even though Joe Flacco's older, he's good to have there because he's going to show up. He's going to get you. Listen, Joe Flacco's going to get you 8-9 wins. I mean, he probably get to the playoffs.
So why wouldn't the Browns take a guaranteed 8-9 wins and then instead
that's my opinion.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that's what they're doing. I think the Browns, if you're watching live right now in the building, do you agree or disagree? Do you think the Cleveland Browns want to start Joe Flacco, Shedeur Sanders, Dillon Gabriel, Deshaun Watson, Huntley? They're not even talking. Listen, they're not even talking about Deshaun Watson. He's got an Achilles. He was the biggest over $200 million waste there ever was. Not saying he's a bad quarterback. Well, lost some money.
They got insurance on their contract. They only gonna get like $44 million back for him, but they lost a bunch of money on
Von was doing the homework on that. I'm gonna tell you this. Shit. They lost a lot on him regardless, but they got beat on that.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson's happy.
Yeah.
He don't got to sweat. Then you got, okay, Joe Flacco. He's there. He'll get you some wins. Kenny Pickett, I forgot to mention it. Kenny Pickett, he's a backup quarterback. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, he's a career backup. Well, no, not a career backup. He started for the Steelers a little bit.
They had nobody there.
Yeah, and they had like a whole situation over there.
And now they got Aaron Rodgers over there, which is like, okay, shit's getting a little awkward.
Yeah.
He getting up there. Now, when I take a look at the Browns roster, people in the chat, everybody put the Browns right now. If you're watching live in the chat right now, Money on Fleek in the building. Exactly what in the chat? Who else in here? Navali in the build. Everybody put Browns in the chat. Let me see if you guys are paying attention. Put Browns in the chat right now. And I agree. Chrome just said this. We love Chrome in the chat. Listen, I will tell you this. Joe Flacco is the only quarterback on that roster, without injury, hopefully, that will show up. I feel very confident with great players around him that Joe Flacco can arguably, even at right now, get you to the first round of the playoffs. Realistically, with good talent.
Well, I mean, but we didn't see Dillon Gabriel play yet. So what if he really balls out?
Did you see a picture
Even
of
though
Dillon
it's
Gabriel?
preseason, but what if he balls out?
I saw a picture of Dillon Gabriel next to Joe Flacco, and that's all I had to see. I just said, it looked like the Wemby Kevin Hart situation. Realistically, it was like, wow. Now, you don't got to be 6'7" to play quarterback, but I'll tell you what, Dillon Gabriel, college, high school player, when you get to the NFL, sometimes numbers don't lie. There's some great players under,
There's some small players. I just seen what's his name for the Jaden Daniels.
There is.
I couldn't even believe he was in the NFL.
But here's the thing. Jaden Daniels and Dillon Gabriel is two different players.
Yeah.
One is like electrifying.
Yeah.
The other one's like a little electric. Spark. There's a little spark. When you compare Jaden Daniels to Dillon Gabriel, you're talking about a player that realistically last year could have been the MVP and could have won a Super Bowl. And then you go to Dillon Gabriel's like, I don't know if he's even going to play for the Browns. These are two different players. So all I got to tell you is this. If I'm the Browns right now.
But you would have been saying that same thing if you didn't see that last season with Jaden Daniels. You would have been saying the same thing. Like you didn't see anything from him until you saw something from him.
Yeah, in the NFL.
Yeah.
But I think I saw more from Jaden Daniels even. I mean, the ability. But hold on, you're right. He played at Oregon, played well, Dillon Gabriel. But now, who's going to step into the game versus the Eagles? Because everybody's hurt. Literally, everybody, except for Huntley. It's the Huntley show.
Yeah,
legit, he's the only person that they're saying is not hurt. They said Deshawn Watson hurt, right? And Joe Flacco, by the way. But they're saving Joe for week one. Apparently, they got Dillon Gabriel out, Shedeur Sanders out, Kenny Pickett out. So they got Huntley and they got so now they're starting to say because Shedor's hurt, they're going to arguably play Dillon Gabriel, give him a chance. If they give Dillon Gabriel a chance and he plays well, that really hurts Shedeur Sanders because he was fourth on the depth chart even after all of camp. He was still 4. That's bad. That means you're behind Kenny Pickett. If you're behind Kenny Pickett, it's already bad. And I'm not hating on, again, I went to Pitt. I went to Pitt. I look, I got the utmost respect for Kenny Pickett. Let me just say that. But the reality is, he is not an NFL starting quarterback on anybody's roster. He's bounced around. And listen, everyone in the chat right now, if you could bounce around as a backup quarterback all over the place, not a bad life. So I'm not hating on him. If I could have got some of that income from the shit that was going on when I hurt my knee, I'd be really happy. You could hate on me all day. I'd be happy. So let me just say it like that. But what I am going to say is Joe Flacco is the only quarterback on roster that walks around, and he's the oldest quarterback in the league. Aaron Rodgers and what is him, Aaron Rodgers, and like Russell Wilson or whatever, right? So when you take a look at it, it's like, I think the guy is Joe Flacco. And they're like, we're going to see what the youngsters can do. But we know Joe's in the game.
Yeah.
We're going to see what you guys can do because we know we need to find a long-term solution here. Joe's going to be here 1-2 years, max. So I think Dillon Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders, I think they got a bunch of B's, C's kind of feeling, which could mature into something great if given the ability, given the time, right? So that's kind of how I feel. But shout out to the 400 people in the building right now. If you're stressed out sitting at home, sit back and do what?
Smoke weed every day.
Just saying, there's an opportunity for you to get out there and get rid of some of your stress. I'm not advocating for it. I don't have it. I don't sell it. I don't got it. It's not a sponsor of ours. But I'm just saying, B, right? You got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Yeah.
People in the chat,
It sounded like you selling it.
Let it burn. I don't know. Let it burn. Hey, if you're watching live in the building right now, we greatly appreciate you. And yes, we're going to put the timers on the clock right now. Before in the chat, we're going to put some timers on the clock for you guys right now. I got to put it up where it says timer and it has the countdown. Right now, I'm watching live. If we can get to 100 right now, guys, 100 likes on the stream in the next 30 seconds, I'll give a lucky one you $500. Right now in the building, trying to help you guys support me, supporting you in the building right now. We greatly appreciate you guys in the chat right now. Let me see what's going on in the building right now. In the chat, will Shedeur Sanders start for the Cleveland Browns ever? In the chat right now. If you're in the building right now, drop it in the chat. Will Shedeur Sanders ever be the starter of the Cleveland Browns?
That's way too early to ask that question.
Hey, we got to ask them. We got to see what they're thinking.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that it's a setup for him. Hey, there you go. Just, be a body out there. They needed him. They needed Shedeur Sanders because they need a quarterback. Nobody can play football except for Huntley. No one's going to be in the game. So in the chat right now, let me see what's going on. People in the building.
But what would be the benefit of sabotaging somebody?
I don't know if it was a sabotage. I think what it is we are almost dumb. I'm using the word dumb as an organization to get to the 5th round in the NFL draft and not take someone who we thought was second pick in the draft or second quarterback taken in the draft. You get to the 5th round, you get a guy who has got talent, played well. He's there, brings a lot of media, sells a lot of tickets. That's big too, by the way. Selling tickets.
Yeah, he's a cultural player.
I'm saying,
yeah.
He's not a bad person to have on your roster.
Yeah.
And he's one of those Tim Tebow types too, where he's just, all glory to God. And he does all that too. So I'm just saying, it's a lot of media hype. I think it's a background noise if he's not starting. I think that's a problem. I think if Shedeur Sanders is not starting in the game, I believe it can also be a problem for the Cleveland Browns because the Cleveland Browns everyone's gonna be like, well, is Shedeur going to play? Like, yeah, but Joe Flacco just won. He's 2-0. Yeah, but Shedeur going to play? Why? We're winning football games right now. Like that's what I think. When I said before, I said it's a circus. And people were like, why do you say he's a circus? He's a good player. I didn't say he's not a good player. I didn't say he's a bad player. I said your starting quarterback has to be the guy. The cameras, the lights, the action, the locker room. Everybody wants that guy in the locker room with the mouthpiece in, lining up on Sundays. And if you don't, and you got a guy like Shedeur Sanders, who's in the backup position, 4th on the depth chart, and they're like, we're here to see Shedeur Sanders. Right? The media's in the locker room bypassing all the quarterbacks. They walk right past Kenny Pickett, didn't even know he was even in there, right? Walk right past Dillon Gabriel, probably didn't even see him, little. Sees Joe Flacco, goes, holy shit, Joe Flacco looks like he should be in the NBA. Might say something to him a little bit. Hey, how you feeling? How you feeling? How's your back feel? Getting older, good quarterback, won a Super Bowl. How, they might even ask some questions about like some old players that played with the Ravens. Hey, whatever. And then they get right to, there's Shedeur Sanders. That's the guy I've been wanting to see. No one wants to see a video of you posting anybody else on the internet except for Shedeur Sanders. And so my point is, this injury is pretty significant, V, and it's bad news for them as a family. And I think that he's like, they're having that conversation right now. Would you imagine that Shedeur, what would Deion Sanders tell Shedeur right now? What do you think? I'm putting you on the spot right now. I know.
I mean, if I was his dad, I would just tell him keep doing this thing, like earn your spot. That's it.
Training room.
Yeah, just earn your spot. That's it. Like there's nothing else we can talk about.
Ice up.
Yeah.
That's it. Ice up, tape up.
Oh, you talking about for this week?
I'm saying right now he can't do anything. Oh. What's the advice that Deion is going to give his son right now? I'm putting on spot about it, but Deion is like, shit happens. Now let's get back in the groove. You had a great game.
Yeah. Deion's nice with his words. He's going to say something smooth to him. Just keep it moving. Yeah.
Vontae is gonna get some sweet talk.
Yeah.
Hey, look, kid, back, and he's gonna hit him with that thing. Yeah. I know what you're saying. Little ice and stem, little old soul in there. Yeah. I know what you're saying. But what I believe is that Shedeur Sanders is. I said this the other day. Shedeur Sanders is in a whole nother world, floating around, almost like an angel, like for real. He's just out there. The whole team's practicing. Shedeur's, he's just right. It's like you're playing a video game and he just got a whole nother uniform on. Yeah. That's what it feels like.
I mean, he said it's natural. He said he wasn't even nervous
at all.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
he
saying.
said it's just natural for him.
And I'm not saying angel like he's all that good. I'm just saying an angel in the sense of like he is this player, and here's the whole team. It was like when Tim Tebow was there, and it's the whole team. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It could be because he's going to become a leader. Maybe he could be the leader of the organization, or it's too much of eyes on me kind of thing, and that could be bad. That's all I'm saying. Maybe not. People in the chat right now, you guys know how I'm feeling right now. If you feel how I'm feeling, put a Y in the chat right now. I got some messages in the building right now. Let's take a look. Let's read something. If you guys got a question right now, drop it in the chat. They said, Vaughn, you cracked me up. Christina said, Vaughn, you cracked me up. By the way, I told Vaughn he better make his freaking Instagram account, TikTok account. Why the hell he doesn't have that up for you beautiful people watching right now? I'm just saying right now. Matthew said, Brandon, what are his options? You played. What is there to be done when injured? Is it playbook, classroom, coordinators, or is he, let me pin that, or is he move to the sideline, allow the able-bodied players to prepare? You know, at the end of the day, that's a good question. When you're injured, you study more in the playbook. You got a lot more time in that. You spend a lot of time in the training room. You're the first person there. As a quarterback, you're there early as shit. I remember showing up. My quarterback was there for like an hour beforehand. We started talking about a play V, and they were like, oh, yeah, the install, off tackle. I'm like, how the hell did you know that play? He's like, I've been here for 2 hours already. I'm like, okay, I just showed up. I'm a college football player. I just showed up. Tyler Palco, by the way, just reconnected with him. Quarterback, he's going to come on the show, by the way. Went and played in the NFL for a little bit. He's going to come on the show and talk about what it's like training and all that, what it's like. And he was like, I saw him. He was slick. He got the hair slicked back. He had the nice sneakers. I was living in the freshman, not dorms. We lived really well. But I was living there as a freshman, and we had a nice little setup. But when I went to the upperclassmen spot, they had the money coming in. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you what about the Boost Club. I'm not going to go down that road about the money coming in. But I will tell you, even from the team, money coming in, all kind of stuff. They had a nice spot next to the, where the training facility was, had a whole shoe wall of whatever kind of sneakers, Jordans, everything, shit gifted to them, all kind of stuff. We're freshmen walking in just a little bit rugged. And I got to tell you, they give you some insight on that. Mr. Manu in the building. We appreciate the super chat.
Make some noise!
Welcome to the damn show. People in the building right now said 3 weeks till kickoff, by the way. Where's Plump? Plump's not in the building right now hanging out with us because he don't got nothing to say about the politics right now because we're on to some other conversation right now. Would you say, V?
We missing Plump.
Plump, yeah, everybody, we got to get a shirt that says, chump the plump, or what, I forget what the hell the
quote
was.
You were saying dump the plump.
Dump the plump. Yeah, I like, hey, dump the plump. I love Plump. Plump comes into the building. He would be so freaking excited if he just rolled in right now and we were just talking about Plump right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all love to him. Roger in the building. Lydell in the building said, so what if they decide to put him on practice squad? Who do you think would grab Sanders on practice squad? That's a question right now in the chat right now. If you're watching live right now, where do you think Shedeur Sanders would go if he was traded? If you're in the building right now watching live, where would Shedeur Sanders go if he was traded? Put it in the chat right now. I'd like to know that as we get ready to move on. I want to talk about the next piece of the pie here because Shedeur Sanders, we get the injury situation, and there's a lot going down in that position. But let's move on to the piece that we got to talk about, B. And if you're in the chat right now, where should Shedeur Sanders go? Drop it right now. I want to see it. Kimmy said Dolphins. Mr. Manu, what's going on? The Nest said the Jets. Big Bill said Dallas Cowboys. Christina said, hi, Roger. Roger's in the building. That's right. One of my favorite people. Look, I'm trying to read all your messages right now. So if I read something that sounds crazy, I apologize. In the building right now, D. Long said, why would he get nervous? Father is one of the greatest DBs of all time that had him work out with Tom Brady, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. The NFL is home for him. I agree with that. I mean, the guy, and Vaughn, you said that. You said he's happy. He's good. Matthew in the building. Ray in the building. Claudius in the building. Ray said retirement. Retirement. Hey, yo, you might be right. Let's move on this piece of the pie here right now. Dallas Cowboys, Micah Parsons feud. Vaughn, they are not. Jerry Jones is personal right now. I will tell you right now. Jerry Jones is sitting back. I'm going to show a lot of clips right now. We got to get into this. Jerry Jones does not give a damn about what anybody's saying about Micah Parsons. I'm going to show you that clip. He's sitting there on the sideline. They are sitting a few feet apart, literally, at times. And I got the message right here that it says about Micah Parsons. But they're sitting right next to each other, standing next to each other. Micah Parsons isn't practicing. And you got Jerry Jones, the owner of the team, is like, I'm not giving you any more money. I'm not doing that contract right now. We're just not going down that road right now. And you're under contract, and you're not playing. That's got to feel very, very weird.
They said this happened a few times with Jerry Jones.
Yeah, but it's going to happen
not to this magnitude, I don't think, but
this is a problem.
Times. Yeah.
This isn't like an easy road right here, considering you got Micah Parsons, who's one of the best players in the National Football League, wants to get paid. And he goes, we'll get to that in a second. You are not supposed to talk about it right now. You're under contract, play football. You will earn your contract. You're going to get paid from somebody else. But Micah Parsons is like, I want to get paid right now. They are not in the buddy-buddy system.
He got to stand on business like Cameron Hayward. He's not even playing at all. He's like, I'm not playing at all till this gets resolved.
He's not even going out and talk about that shit.
Yeah.
He's like, pay me or my ass will be sitting on the sideline. Hey, you know what? Somebody's got to pay him. Dallas Cowboys better figure it out. If they don't figure it out, there's going to be a lot of issues going on there heading into week 1. Take a look at this clip.
Is there a deadline to know whether Micah Parsons plans to play in week 1 or not?
No, not at all. You don't have deadlines when you're playing under a contract.
What's preventing you guys from talking right now?
Again, really nothing.
So why don't you talk?
Again, nothing would be that, and we might or might not talk. And the rest of that gets in what we do every day.
Even though he is under contract, are you guys comfortable if we don't get a deal done that he'll be ready to go for Philly?
Well, again, all you got to go on are contracts. And we are negotiating for a contract. Well, when you do a contract, you would hope that after a negotiation, that's what both the team and the player look to see what our obligations are. And so I have a lot of respect for a contract.
What have you made of Micah Parsons' participation during his time out here at Boston?
Again, I'm glad he's been here. It's important. It's important for the team, teammates, but it's important for him to pick up all of the coaching and the nuances. Osmosis is a very big thing, and he's been here and been a part of that.
Now that you're headed home, do you think that talks would pick up a little bit with him?
I don't know that necessarily talks will, but we've got a game coming, and he's under contract.
So let me tell you.
He's standing on that. He's under contract.
Yeah.
That's all.
Look,
that's why he's sitting right there not saying nothing. He's like, he's under contract.
He's under contract.
Don't talk to me. Under contract.
Look, I will tell you this. I do think that Micah Parsons is plenty deserving of getting paid money. I will agree with 90% of people 99% of people that say that. But I will say this. You're under contract for a reason. Why have the contract? Why even now? If you got, a couple weeks left, you're like, hey, I need to know it because I got to put my kids to school. It's like you're renting a house. Yeah. And the person's like, hey, we might have you move out. You're like, no, I can't move out. I got to put my kids to school. I need to know right now. Give me, 30-day notice, 60-day notice. I got to figure where I'm going to be living. Hopefully 90-day notice if you got more than one kid. I got 4, and Lord knows, shit's hard. We had that conversation already. Yeah. And I will tell you this. I know for a fact that Micah Parsons wants to get paid now, but I also know for a fact that Jerry Jones is like, I'm paying you over $20 million a year. You're under contract. We don't got to talk about that right now, and you're becoming a distraction. And even though I like Micah Parsons, the truth is, he is becoming a sincere distraction to the Dallas Cowboys, which is most important to them, the NFL, the conversations about Micah Parsons not signing a contract, pissed off, they're not talking, having communication. And here is a video, check out Micah Parsons on practice Wednesday. They're on practice on the field doing their thing. Look what Micah Parsons doing. So I'm going to pause for a second. This is what Micah Parsons is doing.
Imagine acting like that over $20 million a year.
That's what I'm saying. Look at this. Look, I like Micah. Like I'm saying, I like Micah Parsons. I'm not saying he's a bad football player. Great football player. And maybe he has a great personality too. I don't know him like that, so I can't tell you. But I will say this. Getting that kind of money, over $20 million, you're still under contract. A lot of these players, they extend them early. And I think the players started getting used to the fact that, hey, I can extend my contract early if I push long enough, if I hold out, if I sit on the side, they're going to pay me some money, and we're going to be able to do this together. I've been balling out for you. I've been doing this. He's going to do it. he probably will do it if you just play football, right? Or somebody's going to do it. Even if it's not the Cowboys, he's going to go somewhere. Why is he sitting there? And again, I know he wants some money. Why is he sitting there like this and opposed to watching? Here, check out this clip.
Interesting comments about Parsons. Let's listen.
I would appreciate it more if he just get the Micah Parsons deal done. That's what I told him over here. I told everybody I appreciate Jerry more if he gets Micah Parsons deal done.
Would it be a bigger risk to pay or trade Micah? You talk about risk, you know about risk, as far as it is today.
All of it's a risk.
Right.
Okay, I don't want to kill the great mood you're in, Marcus, but would it be a bigger risk paying or trading Micah?
It'll be a bigger risk trading Micah because you have no alternative right now. And it would also signal to everybody that you're not serious about at least putting your best foot forward to try to compete, to try to win a Super Bowl and get in the playoffs and make a deep run. That is the now, right? There is always trade packages that can happen, Molly Q, that people would be like, okay, man, we got a haul. Hopefully we can start building and put this team in the right direction. That doesn't seem like it's going to be the case.
You know how tough it is trying to do that, trying to figure out where the hell you're going to play. The season's about to start.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I might end up playing for the Rams, or maybe I might end up going to San Francisco, but I really would like to go to New York. But hold on a week. In 2 weeks, I'm about to be suiting up for the game. So this puts you in a very awkward predicament if you have to leave and then learn that playbook. You might, you're going to play wherever you go because you're a good player.
Yeah.
But there's a lot to go on right now. Shout out in the chat right now. King Me in the building with the super chat. We greatly appreciate you.
Make some noise!
Everybody right now in the chat, drop King in the chat right now because we got to show some freaking love. King, we appreciate you. King Me 305 said, B, you know how it is. They'll cut you if you underperform before your contract is up, but slow walk paying you when you overperform. That's the league. And you know what? This is a true story.
Yeah, that was a good take.
This is a true story. If you are not, look, it's what have you done for me lately, right? He's under contract though, so we can't lose sight of that. He's under contract, but that is true. If you're balling out and you say, you know what, I've been balling for you. Where's my extension? I want to know. Look, I've been here putting the pain in. Why don't you set me up for life? I'm busting my ass for you. You're a Cowboys worth $12 billion, by the way, number one franchise in the world. They are worth $12 billion in the NFL anyway, worth over $12 billion, and it's by a long shot. It's like 12, then it's like drop off to like 10, then 8. It's like billions of dollars worth more. And so I agree. It's what have you done for me lately? But the problem is this. If in fact Micah Parsons doesn't even show up and do anything, the team starts to feel like, but it's a business. I'm sure everybody knows by now. It's not like the first time. But they're looking around going, Micah Parsons better do something or show up or practice, do something, but he's not. Let's take a look what Colin Cowherd had to say.
On team trade Micah Parsons a year ago. I like Micah. He's a good player, but I'm not making him the highest paid defensive end. He's not Myles Garrett. He's not Aiden Hutchinson. He's not Max Crosby. CeeDee Lamb is closer to the top of the receiving rankings, in my opinion, than Micah Parsons is on the pass rush. And they could also franchise tag Micah Parsons for a couple years. Right now, Micah's contract going into this year, without a new contract, would make him the 5th highest edge rusher cap hit. That's a totally appropriate contract. He's been treated like a rock star. There are times he is a rock star. But in the postseason, 4 playoff games, hit the quarterback 4 times, 1 sack. That ain't Myles Garrett.
That's an interesting point.
Yeah.
Now, what he just said was his contract is a rock star contract.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones did pay him a lot of money. In the chat right now, you guys agree that Micah Parsons got paid a lot of money, right? All the football fans in the building right now. There's no doubt about it that Micah Parsons is already getting paid like a rock star, but he wants to be the rock star. And I think that's happening in the football league, in all sports. But in the NFL, we're talking about now, it's been circling around where, hey, they gave such and such that. They gave him $100 million. I want 101. I think I play better.
Stop pocket watching.
Hey, right? Pocket, yeah. But look, you paid about $100 million. I want 101. I've been showing up, right? I've been putting my mouthpiece. I've been showing up. But they haven't been winning playoff games. They haven't been winning Super Bowls. And
not
so
at all.
I'm not saying it's his fault. It's not his.
Yeah, but still, that's what I'm saying. They haven't won any playoff games. He just said he only had 4 sacks in the playoffs.
Yeah. He wants the bag.
Yeah.
But he's got to hit the quarterback.
Yeah, you got to do something.
Jerry Jones wants the quarterback on the ground. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying you pocket watching everybody, and we need you to put in this work. I'll give you a raise, put in the work.
And he's under contract. So hold on. Stephen A has something to say about this. People watching live in the building, I love and appreciate you. Let me tell you how much I love and appreciate you so much right now. If you're watching live in the building right now, smack that like button right now. I told you, I'm trying to give you guys some money out here, and I will make another chance. I'll give you guys another option right now, too. I meant to say this right now. If we get to, here's an option, 200 likes. There's a lot of people keep coming in the chat. I'm just throw it out there. Give you $500. Give it 200 likes, give you $500. We got 1 minute to do that. Everyone that's watching right now, if you just double tap your screen, you can do it. I'm trying to give you guys some money in the building, hanging out with me, and I'll make sure I pin your messages as I'm going through right now. Let's take a look at this clip, though, V, because Stephen A went off. Take a look at it.
Yes, he does. He's a good man, except for when it comes to negotiations and his stubbornness. You have no right to do that to any player, but especially somebody the likes of Micah Parsons with what he means to the Dallas Cowboys.
Steve, they haven't won 5 Super Bowls with Micah Parsons. Let's take it easy a little bit.
That's not the point.
Yes, it is. I love him, too. He's a great player. But let's not put him in the Lawrence Taylor category where he defines a team because he's not on that level yet.
That's you changing the narrative. He ain't won in 30 years. You are in no position to sit up there and talk about Micah Parsons when Jerry Jones has a residue of garbage following him over the last 30 years because of how flagrant underachievers the Dallas Cowboys have been.
Well, you already know Stevie doesn't like the Cowboys anyway. He don't like the Cowboys. He don't like Jerry Jones. He don't like it. But he basically was saying, look, it's time to pay him. And I got to tell you, I think it's split down the road right now. I think you got to pay him. But I also feel like Jerry Jones has been giving him, Jerry Jones worth billions of dollars, obviously, but he's given him over $20 million a year. I think it's a lot of money. I mean, whether you're hitting quarterbacks or not, $20 million, you're showing up, everything's paid for, your life is good, and it isn't like you were making $4 million, $5 million after taxes, you're getting $4 whatever, in every state you're playing in, you're getting taxed. I'm just saying, you don't walk out with $3 million. We got people talking about, even as we go to the 49ers quarterback, we can go to there. Brock Purdy, he was making like nothing. Brock Purdy was making like $1 million a year after taxes. It was like some bullshit like 700.
He had a WNBA contract.
He had a roommate. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy had a roommate. People in the chat, we're going to have to go on that road. He had a roommate, and I don't think Micah Parsons has that problem. I think he is very happy with life. He's making a shit ton of money. People in the chat, what I'm talking about right now. I would say this. He's also not a rookie. People get hurt. And Von, just as much as I know, as soon as they give him $40 million a year, torn Achilles, bad hamstring, concussions, things happen to everybody.
He got hurt last year for a little bit, right?
Imagine this. You want to argue with him on the sideline? You want to give him $40 million, hope that he doesn't get hurt? I'd rather just I'll be honest. If I'm Jerry Jones, I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it, because that's not what I'm saying before we move on. I'm 100% saying that he deserves money. But what I'm saying is this. If I'm Jerry Jones right now, I'm looking around going, kind of like how this is moving right now, and he also asked to be traded. So remember that. When you ask to be traded, you don't really feel like you're actually a big part of the organization at that point when you ask to be traded. So if you're like trying to leave the organization, you say, hey, boss, you can pay me, but I want to be traded. I think it's getting salty, and I think it's getting personal now. I don't think it's about business anymore. I think it's more personal, V. As we move on to the next piece of the pod.
It would be personal. I see you moping around the stadium because we're not talking about the contract, I'm paying you to be here working. All right, we're definitely not talking about the contract right now.
He's moping on.
Yeah, you moping around. Act like you don't even want to be here.
V said he's moping around.
Well, he don't want to be there unless it's contract, but still, you act like $20 million is I'm giving you $20,000 a year.
Shit, I got you. Let's talk about this for a second. Travis Kelce, okay? Was he elevated by Taylor Swift, V? I mean, a lot would say he was. A lot would say he was already important. And I had to bring this up because Taylor Swift, let me actually put this on here. Here we go. Taylor Swift, a video here we got to play of them two together. And people say, oh, what a cute couple. We're not going to go on that road. But let's just play and show them what it's like. Was he elevated by Taylor Swift to a whole new stardom? Because he was already important to the NFL world. Yeah. I kind of feel Travis Kelce shifting out of the NFL and into, like, another world, right? Like, he's been great for a long time. Love watching him play. and he shows up. A minute you think he's down, oh, they're going to do bad in the playoffs. Boom, Super Bowl.
I think his brother kind of helped him out more than Taylor Swift did. Well, I mean, Taylor Swift probably helped him out a little bit with the Swifties and all that.
Yeah.
His brother got his own show and everything.
But Taylor Swift is arguably one of the most famous people in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, I have never downloaded a Taylor Swift, soundtrack bot, whatever the hell they call it nowadays on the Apple iPad. I've never downloaded just a track in general, but I'm a fan of people that have great music, and Taylor Swift, I'm sure I've heard it before. And a lot of people in the chat right now, you know what I'm saying? Do you think that Taylor Swift elevated, okay? Do you think Taylor Swift elevated Travis Kelce's lifestyle in any kind of way? I would imagine so. But let's take a look at this.
All I remember is that she didn't want to meet me. That's it.
That's it. That's all he got about.
And as much as you, and I've told you this, as much as you want to, give New Heights credit, I give the Eras Tour credit.
Yeah?
I give the Eras Tour credit because if I would have never gone to that show and been mesmerized and just been captivated, and then left with such a desire to want to meet you, I would have never went on here and told everybody how butthurt I was. Yeah, I had never just been so engulfed in the curiosity of who you were.
Oh, that's
and
really
look at this.
wonderful.
One
of the best things about that last statement is you didn't even know what the word engulf meant before, like you met Taylor. Like you've broadened your horizons so much.
We're the perfect. I'm telling you, she makes me so much better.
Yeah, I don't know about that a little bit. Like, it is what it is, but Bunch, he was an important person before he met Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
He is very important.
How many Super Bowls did he win before he met Taylor Swift? Like 3.
Yeah. Football, he was already a beast. But when we get to the world, Taylor Swift is known by the world. The Swifties watch the Chiefs. I'm telling you right now. The viewership for the Chiefs went like that. Because she was like, I'm at the game. And then she was hanging out with Brittany Mahomes. All it went down that road about whole politics. We'll get to that another day. But 100%, she elevated his life from a viewer perspective. Now, some people might hate it because they're like, hey, they don't like Taylor Swift because she's a Democrat. Some people hated that, and they were mad about it, whatever. And then, look, I'll be honest.
But I mean, like, where is he at? I don't see him, like, all over the media or anything like that.
No, not like that.
So you're just saying,
I'm saying after football, he's got a future in something else. I mean, whether it's TV show, talk show, hanging out with her, walking around, she's worth a shit ton of money. They're just going to be somewhere populating, walking around like Beverly Hills. You know what I mean? That whole housewife shit going on. Like, it's just a lot of like, wow, they're cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying that we're sitting there looking at them, but at the end of the day, there are some important people right now. I think she's going to elevate his life after apparently he really does, love her like that. Apparently, I don't think, obviously does it for the money because he's got plenty of money, but she's got a hell of a lot more. Just saying. But the Chiefs, the Chiefs owners, if they're Republicans, that was a little hard. I'm just saying. If the Chiefs owners are Republicans and Swift is in there saying she hates Trump and swinging a towel around and she's like, I hate Trump, whatever, that was tough to watch for the Kansas City Chiefs. If the owners of the Chiefs are Republicans and they are big Trump fans, that was a little awkward. And we'll go down that road another time on a politics conversation. But that's all.
Did they have like some friction or something?
Well, they had friction because Patrick Mahomes and his wife Brittany Mahomes are Republicans, and Brittany Mahomes is a big time Trump fan. So and Patrick, when they asked Patrick Mahomes about it, Patrick Mahomes said, "You know what? Just do your own research." His answer: "Do your own research." I was like, "It's a good answer." Because instead of him saying I'm a Trump fan and everybody go boo, like, or whatever, or they do love him or whatever, instead of dividing your fans, he said, "Do your own research." And he said, "Okay." But they know that his wife is a big time Trump fan. So
there's plenty of big time Trump fans that hang out with Democrats all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
You're a Trump. I don't know to call you a Trumper or a Trump supporter.
Fan supporter, yeah.
Trump supporter. But what you about to say?
I wouldn't call myself a Trumper.
Yeah,
or a MAGA because I mean people that hear my views might say that because because I'm honestly just giving my honest feelings how I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
I'm not waking up going, let me put my MAGA hat on, run around being a MAGA supporter. That's not my thing.
Yeah.
Even if I am, that's just not my motto. Like, that's not my light. That's not my vision of what I want to be looked at. Like,
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. When you can still chill with Democrats and everything and respect their viewpoints and talk to them. So I don't see it's probably the same thing over there.
Hey, if you're in the chat right now watching live, hey, in the chat right now, you might as well say, are you a Trump fan or not? Why the hell not, right? Put Trump in the chat if you're a Trump fan. If not, put no. might as well. Shit. I mean, we're talking about it, but look, at the end of the day, and we'll read some message here. King Me said, facts, but it boosted the Chiefs' ratings. The league loves a good rivalry. Mahomes and Kelce gave opposing fans something to root against. Agreed. I agree. Gotta love King. King coming to the chat, giving us some. You know what? It's better than having Plump come in and saying a whole bunch of crazy shit. Yeah. You know, people in the chat right now, okay,
we gotta have King call in one day.
King, you gotta call into the show. We're gonna have it set up next week. We're gonna have it set up. They can dial in. Some people don't want to be on the camera. Some people get a little nervous. They get a little, you know what I mean? Yeah. But if you want to be on camera next week, you can call into the show. If you guys are watching live right now, next week you will be able to call into the freaking show and talk live. Say what you gotta say. Come and make sure you get your makeup on, ladies. Man, if you wear makeup, look, I'm not knocking you. I don't wear makeup, but hey, if you wear makeup, good for you. Do what you got to do. You know, I had a guy, speaking of makeup, I was in the class yesterday. My son was in the class before they got set up, and they said, look, meet and greet for the teachers and all that. And there was a guy in the class, he might watch the show, so I got careful I say it. Guy said to me, he said, yeah, I wish I had a daughter. You know, he said, I wish he had a son because he has daughters. I said, yeah, I got one daughter, I got 3 boys. He goes, I need to have one more. I said, I got 4. He goes, I got 2. I said, have a 3rd one. It's good to have another one. He goes, yeah, because the other day, my daughter was doing my makeup. I said, on you? He goes, yeah, she was doing makeup. I said, yeah, that's cute. You know what I'm saying? You can do that. My daughter wants to put makeup on me real quick. If she wants to do it, I'll wash it off. No big deal. Yeah. No foul.
Yeah.
But he said, I forgot it was on. I went to work. I said, okay, you're taking it far. Like you forgot the makeup. You know what I'm saying? You got eyeliner on, B? Getting a little wild.
Yeah.
Hey, look, if you wear eyeliner, you wear makeup, you wear blush in the chat, if I say it wrong, somehow I don't really know. Mascara, that goes eyebrows?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think mascara goes eyebrows. I think mascara, eyebrows, and the girls in the chat, you guys know mascara goes on eyebrows, right? It's this, and then it's I don't know all the other shit, but you know, bronzer. Bronzer was one. I remember that bronzer up north. A lot of ladies want to get some sun. Not living in Miami, you got to get some sun. Put the bronzer on. Seen that before. That was like all the white girls had to do that. I know that. Yeah, for real. Yo, they did. I think it was called bronzer. They probably do it here too. I'm just saying. In Miami.
You said what is it?
It was called bronzer. I'm pretty sure. But back in the day, I was up north. It was cold as hell. It was no sun a lot of time. People were like, shit, it's cold. No sun, bronzer. Down here, a lot of sun. I don't know where bronzer in Miami, but they might.
Yeah.
But it was something I remember you put on your face. I remember seeing it. But hey, it is what it is. I didn't go to work. People are letting me know in the chat what's going on in the building. Valley said Android, too bad. If you're watching live right now in the building, smack that damn like button. We're moving on to the piece of the pie right now that we got to talk about, V. So let me move into that right now. Here's the other question that we had. And people that were talking about this, hold up. We got 2 more things to talk about real quick. So people here, Cam Ward, silent sniper, real quick. Then we'll get to UFC, $7 billion deal. So Cam Ward, silent sniper. He's quiet. He's not like Shedeur Sanders. I even see when they trained together and worked out together. He was like, I'm just doing my thing.
Yeah. Right? Shedeur was the
hyping him up.
Yeah.
He was trying to get under their skin a little bit. Fun, all fun.
Yeah.
Nothing bad. But I mean, he's quiet. He's a silent. They said they are predicted by the NFL analysts. Say it's right. NFL analysts, whatever, to be the last team in the division, in the conference too. Like not even like just AFC, NFC. Like you know, like AFC South, NFC. Like literally, whatever the hell they are.
I mean, they don't really have too many weapons. I mean, they have Calvin Ridley and who's Tyler Lockett.
He was bragging about his crew. Here, let me show it right now. I'm going to show it right now because he sure, I swear to God, he was. Here, want to take a look.
Then especially in the receiving core. I think I also have a top 5 receiver core in the NFL, including the young guys who are able to make plays. It's really all about just us or myself putting the ball in their frame of work, letting them make a play. And then it's also those guys being aggressive to make plays for the team.
Not going to lie, Von, you were on point with that. Tyler Lockett.
Yeah.
Calvin Ridley.
I didn't really know the third. Who's the third one? I mean, I just be watching. I'll be watching the preseason, and I'll be watching a little bit of, here and there.
Fine, you're watching TV, okay? Tyler Lockett, Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley, by the way, played great. Went to Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, he was in the Atlanta Falcons. He got drafted to Atlanta Falcons. He was nice in the Atlanta Falcons.
That explains why you know who he was.
Yeah.
All right.
And then he played for the Jags, I think. After that,
I'll give you that. Now he's on third team.
Yeah,
he was great. You know where he played at college, right? No.
I don't know where he played.
Alabama. Great. Listen, I know my shit. But I'm not gonna lie, I know my shit because I know my shit. But at the end of the day, by the way, we got the sponsors are coming in. There's gonna be some stuff on the desk next week. We got some sponsors coming in. I'll start announcing them. We got several coming in. New sponsors to the show, by the way. If you're watching live for the first time, let us know in the building right now. But I think Cam Ward's a silent sniper. I think he's going to be pretty damn good, actually.
Just the playmakers that I have in the backfield with me, the running back core, then especially in the receiving core. I think I also have a top 5 receiver core in the NFL, including the young guys who are able to make plays. It's really all about just us or myself putting the ball in their frame of work, letting them make a play, and then it's also those guys being aggressive to make plays for the team.
I'll leave it at this. I like Cam Ward. He's a silent sniper because he doesn't go out there and do this and do that and talk all this and do that. He's out there balling. He's playing. He's getting it done. I think he'll live up to the hype if the players around him will come together. I think he'll play well.
I want to know who he thinks they're ahead of on the receiving. Like, he's top 5 receiving core.
Yeah. Listen, I'll tell you this much. I don't care who's on your team. You better say that.
Yeah, you better say it. But I'm saying
you show up to locker room next day.
I don't know if he believes it.
And first off, the fact that he even said top 5 receiver core, that's also bad too. Because I wouldn't even said that.
You would say you got the best?
I would have said, look, we got a top receiver core.
Yeah.
You said we got the best receiver core. People like you could be questioning people. I wouldn't even say it like that. I'd say, look, we got a top receiver core out here. We got some great fans. We got a lot going on. I'm going to show up on Sundays. I'm going to be balling, right? In the chat right now, drop your favorite team in the chat right now. Let me see. In the chat right now, drop your favorite team. Right now, I'm going to see who you got. And yes, we're going to be calling people into the show. V, next week, we're going to have people calling in live. Boom, calling in. What you got to say? Boom. Everyone's in the chat right now. If you're watching, get in here. Bruce, we appreciate you. We really appreciate you. Listen, we are going to have a lot of people calling in next week. Jose in the building.
Just make sure Vinny don't call in.
Brandon, Vinny got a lot to talk about in the chat right now. Last clip right here. Check this clip out right here. This is Cam Ward talking to the referee real quick before we get to the last piece with UFC $7.7 billion deal. Take a look.
You gonna give me some calls, ref? You know what I'm talking about, man?
I ain't giving you nothing, dog. And I'm a UM fan, but you can't have it.
You gonna give me some calls, ref? You know what I'm talking about, man?
I ain't giving you nothing, dog. And I'm a UM fan, but you can't have it.
He's humble. I like him. I like him a lot. Whether he'll be the greatest of all time, whether he won't, I like Cam Ward. Went to UM, played well. Was a sleeper for a lot of people. First freaking quarterback picked in the draft. First pick of the draft, right? Travis Hunter went second, I believe.
Yeah.
1-2. Best, listen, great quarterback, great selection. They needed one. They got him. Who knows how good they'll be as a team, but hats off to them. Now let's move on to the piece of the pie, V, to finish up today's show today, because people are like, what the hell you guys got to talk about last? Here we go. UFC. $7.7 million. That's a lot of money. Mega deal. Paramount, we're talking about. John Jones. I can name a lot of UFC fighters. There's a lot of them.
John Jones retired.
Yeah, but he was the only damn thing that I really wanted to watch. I mean, there were some other ones that were great. I'm not saying that. There's some great people out there, V. I'm not saying he's the only fighter.
Yeah.
I'm just saying when he fought, I was watching it.
Yeah.
There's other ones too that are out there that are fighting right now that I love to watch too. But if you just say their names out there, like Conor McGregor, I wanted to see that. I did. It's not about being the best or not. It's the Diaz brothers. They're entertaining. I got to watch them, right? John Jones pulls up. Shit. People leave the ring looking different with John Jones. When he fought, the hell's the guy's name? Serg, whatever it was, CYRC, whatever the hell his last name was. Went out there and fought him last or whatever it was, saw the fight. And it was so fast. It was like people were paying for this and it was done. Pay-per-view, got all that money for like this fastest fight you ever seen in your life. And so
I've been going on for a while.
Yeah.
You remember when Mike Tyson? I was young, but I watched all the highlights and everything. Mike Tyson was ending people in 5 seconds.
Sir Gain was the name. Sir Gain. I should pull it up right now. John Jones versus Sir Gain. Here it is. Yeah, Sir Gain. You don't know who Sir Gain is, V?
No, I know who it is.
All right. So yeah, okay. So he was fighting Sir Gain, and that was a fast fight. Just was choking his ass out. I was like, okay, this fight's over. But they're not giving him health care, right? And I got to tell you, I love, by the way, I can put up on the screen. Boom, it's right there.
Yeah.
Right? So in the new studio, by the way, you guys are going to love that shit. People coming to the building. There's a lot of shit going on. In the chat right now, drop your favorite sport so we know. So we know what you guys like to see. NFL, NBA, UFC. Drop it in the chat right now. Everybody, let me see. All the people in the building right now. Let me see how many of you are fans of what? NBA, NFL. Put your favorite one. Richard Elliott's in the building. How you feeling? Too fast in the chat. Let's go. Let me see who else in here. Mikey C in the building. Who else is in the chat right now? Big Lou is in the chat. Who else? Leola. If I didn't say your name yet, you better put a message right now so I can shout you out in the damn building right now. By the way, Roger said he wants to call into the show. We got NFL. We got NASCAR. We look at people coming to the chat. NBA fans in the building. Okay. Who else in the chat right now is in the building talking sports? Want you to call in Lions to the Super Bowl. There's a lot of Lions fans. There's a lot. There's a lot of Lions fans out there. I didn't see them for a couple of years. Lions had a good season. Here come the Lions.
I think the Lions fans are really live in Detroit. Like they're really
they live
in that area over there. Like,
Yo,
I don't really know too many Lions fans like around unless they're from Detroit or somewhere around Michigan.
Vaughn said Lions fans live in Detroit. They live right near the stadium.
Yeah, they live over that way.
So look, UFC mega deal. Paramount pays them all this money, over $1 billion a year. I kind of feel like a lot of people are using these streaming sites where you don't have to watch. You can just kind of navigate through the grapevine. There's all these different ways that you can pull the fight up without watching. You got to go through a bunch of like ads and weed through it. You can get it, right? They take away from ad revenue and a whole bunch of money going to, obviously going to the UFC and going to pay-per-view when it was. Now it's Paramount. Do you think John Jones leaves? By the way, if you're watching live right now, smack that like button. Did we hit 100 freaking likes yet in the damn chat? I'm trying to take a look. If you're watching live right now, we need 14 people right now to double tap the screens right now to get to 100 before we end the show today. I know we're rocking live. We're every day we're 10 to 11, but our new sponsors want us to go 10 to 12. So eventually we'll be 10 to 12 with some live guests on the show and live call-ins. So if you're watching live right now, smack that damn like button. Let's see it hit 100 right now. We need 13 more. Now people are coming in the building right now. Double tap your screens. Let's get to 100 right now, baby. There you go. We're at 90. We need 10 more people to double tap screens. Here we go, V. The countdown starts. Here we go. Boom, more people coming in. Smack the like button right now. It's like we're working at like an auction, right?
Yeah, I had to make sure I
14,
smacked
15,
it
18,
quick.
45, 45.
you got me hype. I was trying to smack it.
I'm trying to know. That's great. People want to be able to try to smack the screen. Look, we got some giveaways coming up. We're going to do a car giveaway this year, too. People don't know that. 93 likes. Here we go. 7 more. Hit 100. Let's go, baby. Run it up. Now, look, I'm going to end it with this. The amount of money they're making, V, and I see people like, boxers making a shit ton of money. And I look at Jake Paul and he goes, I'm advocating for them to give him insurance. He said, if I beat this person, you need to give them health care. Like Jake Paul negotiates his fights to get people to also like him now. Like it's like, before it was like, hey, screw Jake Paul, F Jake Paul. Now it's like, people starting to like Jake Paul a little bit more. They might not like certain things he says, whatever, but kind of respect Jake Paul. If Jake Paul were to go to UFC and fight, sold out. The whole place would be full. If he was fighting in UFC, in the cage, even bare knuckle, but UFC, we'll stick to that right now. If Jake Paul had a UFC fight coming up and it was only on Paramount, whole world's buying that. He sells fights. Is it the fighters that are in the ring? Obviously, more important, who's fighting? Or is it like the production, all that? It's the fighters for sure.
Yeah. And people just people are into the mixed martial arts. They just want to see people grapple. They want to see people fight. Yeah. But is it $20 a month for the Paramount?
I didn't even look at that shit.
Yeah, because
there's a certain amount of like monthly, like days in. See, that's the thing now. I don't know about you. We'll get to this another time, but I have too many fucking subscriptions. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Apple's taking, and look.
But you can get a bundle now. Like, you got Verizon?
You're advocating.
Yeah,
VP's advocating for Verizon.
No, because they just offered me yesterday. They said $20 and I could get Hulu Plus, Disney, ESPN.
I got problems with too many payments
Netflix.
Monthly. You're talking about TV packages and shit. Internet. I'm just seeing shit go out. Internet. I'm talking about like website bill, this, that. Too many automated things. And they get you. Hey, you're paying $20 a month. Because you automated 12.
You doing it all. That's what I'm saying. You're doing it all individually. Like you got.
I got a lot of
get the bundle.
But that's the bundle for like Netflix altogether. Netflix, Hulu, that. I'm talking about like I got shit just for like the website for the show to be going. I have so many. Hey.
Yeah, I know.
$19 a month. But if you sign up automated, $12. Like I'm gonna take 12. Because that's a significant difference. 19 and 12 is different. If you go 19, 17, I'll just do a monthly thing. But if it's automatic, you go from 19 to 12, I'm 12.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, at 12, you got 100 of those. I mean, going through your house, shit's going on. 4 kids, they got this. And you can, now all of a sudden, I even got the Fabletics. I can go there, $65. You go there, you pay $65 a month. You show up, you get free clothes, you get discounts. Everywhere you go, this car, Target car, Best Buy car. You can't, what the fuck? Like, life is turning into just nonstop automatic shit. Paramount now is competing. Obviously, they made some money somewhere. They must have been competing for a long time. $7.7 billion in 7 years. They must have competed in a long shot, made some money. And now you're going to have to get that package. So now DAZN is in competition because DAZN does bare knuckle boxing and all that. Paramount does UFC. that means that UFC is probably not going to be on DAZN, right? DAZN.
Yeah, I don't think it's on DAZN right now.
Right. So now you got to have that too. So Paramount, well, the money they should have just bought the shit over there and had everything.
Yeah.
If they're paying $7 billion, they might as well just call up DAZN. Hey, look, you just started not too long. You're not that big. You got bare knuckle. You got some boxing. You do before it was, they were the first fight I saw was shitty on there. And then the production got better. If they just went over there and said, hey, let's work a deal, Paramount would probably own rights to every sporting cast, like how it was when you just pay and watch.
And I feel like DAZN does more like the celebrity boxing and that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they do regulars boxing too, but they started off doing that. Like Jake Paul was on there and celebrities, probably like Roy Jones versus Mike Tyson. I don't remember if he was on there, but that's how they started off.
Hey, Jason in the chat just said they're probably going to get NBA soon as well.
Yeah, they need to because NBA's viewership is going down because you need to. It comes on every different channel, and then it's only local. Sometimes only local channels.
True.
I mean, only local states get their teams.
Yep.
And it's just like it's hard to watch.
Hey, hold up right now. We got 96 likes. If we get 4 more likes right now next minute, I'll gift out memberships right now. I'll give 5 memberships right now. If we get right in the show right now, if we get 4 more likes right now to hit 100 on the show, I'm going to give 5 new memberships in the chat right now to some 4 lucky people. You become part of the Mesa Mob, and I'm going to offer that membership in about a minute. If you guys do it right now, smack the like button. Let's run that shit up right now. All you got to do, if you're watching live, is double tap your screens. We're trying to hit 100 on every show as soon as possible. And when we do Paul Velez in the building, how you feeling? I said Velez. Velez, how you feeling in the chat right now? We're getting ready to gift out some memberships, V. We want to make sure that people join the show. We appreciate people joining the show. Without them, there is no show. I say this as much as humanly possible. And we cover everything, sports, entertainment. We cover politics. Woo, it gets heavy in here. If you're here for the first time and you're still in the chat right now for the first time, put first time in the chat so we can shout you out right now in the building. Jose, how you feeling? Look, here's what I'll say, V, to end the show. The NFL's back. Shedeur Sanders obviously had that conversation. I'll just pull the thing back up before we actually head out here right now. NFL's back. Shedeur obviously hurt. A lot going on. It's only been preseason week 1. A lot is going to change. We bring it to you right here. We bring you the announcement. We let it be known so you guys can see what's going on, and we greatly appreciate you. We'll be live tomorrow morning in the building at 10 a.m. Don't miss it. Every freaking day. Get your ass here, baby. Every day, 10 o'clock, but come at 9:55. I'm trying to give you guys listen, tomorrow morning, here's an opportunity for you. If we have 100 people in the live stream before the show starts tomorrow, I'll give a lucky person $1,000 tomorrow morning in the live. You hear that, V? Tomorrow morning, if there's 100 people before the countdown, I'm telling people in the chat, there's over 100 people in here right now as we're getting ready to get off the show. Listen, people in the building right now, if there's 100 people in the chat tomorrow morning before the countdown starts, V, we start the countdown at 10 o'clock. So 9:55, get your ass in here. If I see 100 people before the show even starts, we start the countdown, I'll give a lucky one of you $1,000 tomorrow morning live on the show. I don't think anybody's doing that. I'm down to do it. We're having fun in here. Look, you guys helping us grow, supporting us, right? Yeah. So why not give back to them, right, V?
Yeah, I'm gonna be in the chat because I got a busy day tomorrow. I won't be here tomorrow morning.
All right, Von won't be in the building tomorrow. I'll be here by myself hanging out.
I'm gonna be there early so I can help somebody get the 1,000.
Yeah, Von's gonna be in the chat. Hang out 9:55. He for $1,000. He might be in the damn studio tomorrow. In the building. We greatly appreciate you guys. Hopefully we can get Von in here on Fridays as well because he's here Monday through Thursday. We're trying to get him in here as soon as we possibly can. We appreciate you. Big time, different times. I'd say he was here at 6:15 today. He was here early, waiting, trying to hang out. We appreciate you. All love, respect to you. If anybody wants a membership to the show, I told you, it ain't about the money. It's only $1 a month. Send me a direct message on Instagram. I got you. I appreciate you. I'll get you that one membership out there that you want to get going and kick you off to be part of the show. Love and appreciate every single one of you. Tomorrow morning, be here at 9:55 for the countdown. We got a live show tomorrow to cover, and I greatly appreciate every single one of you. And let me tell you something. Without Pitbull Mama, I would have left that poll go. Boom, just dropped it in the chat. More votes going in. 68% of people said, pay Micah Parsons. We'll see what happens. All love to you. Remember, after the show, everybody that's watching live, King Me, Big Time, Paul, Pippa Mama, all our moderators, Big Bill, everybody that's watching, Lisa, everybody. When I sign off right now, give it 15 seconds, refresh the video. We need your messages on that freaking show. We need your messages on the video on YouTube as we get ready to sign off right now. All love to you. See every single one of you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. If you get here early, 100 people in the chat before the freaking countdown starts, $1,000 going out to you. All love. See you tomorrow.
What's been going on?
We're both dealing with a lot of guilt right now.
Can't sleep, can't eat. You see that brand new Hyundai Santa Fe? We only paid $4 for it.
Looks like we're out of time. Breathing exercises. Inhale, exhale.
Enjoy the new car.